Hello, I'm Starling. Welcome to the Mansion of Mystery. Tonight we present the movie Red Nightmare, also known as Freedom in You, starring Jack Webb, Jack Kelly, Jeannie Cooper, and Robert Conrad.
Hi, Mom. How's everything?
CJ, what did you do?
Nothing. I swear. I walked by Mrs. O'Brien's house and suddenly the neighbors started chasing me.
I told you to leave Mittens alone.
Mittens wasn't even there.
Oh, come on. We've been through this enough times. The neighbors just suddenly started chasing you around with pitchforks and torches. I'm a little bit skeptical.
Mom, I'm serious. I don't know what is up with these crazies. Folks, while we get to the bottom of this, why don't you enjoy Red Nightmare?
Well, we're back, but we still don't know what's going on.
Well, let's not worry about it for a minute. Let's talk about tonight's feature. Now, you may have noticed there are a lot of familiar faces in Red Nightmare. That would be because Warner Brothers produced this for the Department of Defense as an armed forces information film. It was shown in schools and on television in the early 1960s when Jack Webb was in charge of Warner Brothers Television.
Now, if, like me, you're a classic TV fan, I'm sure you recognized our hero as Jack Kelly, the other brother, Bart, on Maverick. Jeannie Cooper, who played his wife, was a star of The Young and the Restless and the real-life mother of actor Corbin Bernsen. Pat Woodall, who played their daughter, was one of the original Bradley sisters on Petticoat Junction.
The voices of evil are equally stellar. Kelly's boss is played by Robert Conrad, star of TV's Wild Wild West and Baa Black Sheep. Our other guest communists are Andrew Duggan, from the cult classic Lancer, Peter Brecht of The Big Valley, and one of the most famous television voice actors of the 1960s, Mike Rowe, who was not only the original Xandor on the Hercules, but also Race Bannon on Johnny Quest.
But of course, the reason why people remember this film is the participation of actor and producer Jack Webb, who in this film is taking a page out of Rod Serling's playbook as on-screen narrator and co-producer.
Webb had previously starred in the film Pete Kelly's Blues, but it was television that would make him a legend. His Mark 7 Productions produced a variety of shows, including Emergency, Adam 12, and Project UFO. But most people will remember him as Sergeant Joe Friday on the two incarnations of Dragon. As Sergeant Joe Friday, he represented a variety of the portions of the LAPD, fighting crime in the form of drugs, burglary, vice, and routinely arresting Lou Wagner for the terrible crime of being a teenager.
And there are two other credits of note. William Lava did the music for this film, and he also scored a number of the classic Looney Tunes in the later periods.
And the director was George Wagner, the director of my personal favorite Universal monster film, The Wolfman, starring Lon Chaney Jr. Somebody really expects us to answer the door when there's a mob outside?
Well, whoever's out there could probably tell us what's going on.
Are you serious?
Don't you make the Lon Chaney Jr. face at me, mister. You go out there and you answer the door.
And you're not my you can get justice for our dear little Mittens.
Well, this falls under the category of not surprise.
Good news, Mom. Mrs. O'Brien's here.
Hi, Mrs. O'Brien. To what do we owe the pleasure this time?
You know what you've done, and I will not stand for it.
Looks like this one's gonna be a dilly, folks. Why don't you watch our next presentation while we sort this out? Mrs. O'Brien, I don't know what we could have possibly done that would have gotten the whole neighborhood in an uproar like this.
Yes, you don't know. Wait, surely you know what last Thursday was.
National Take a Weasel to Lunch Day?
Universal Mob Appreciation Day?
It was my little Mitten's second birthday party. And surely you got the invitation that I sent you? You two were the only two that in the whole neighborhood that didn't come. Why, you didn't even call to tell us you weren't coming.
We thought you sent it to us by mistake. You don't like us, remember?
Poor little Mittens was so disappointed.
I'm sure he'll find another person to shred in my absence.
CJ, please don't make this any worse.
Newsflash, Mom. There is a mob outside trying to lynch us. Think that ship kind of sailed.
Yeah, why are the neighbors all upset with us?
The neighbors love Mittens. Mrs. O'Brien's been posting pictures and video of him on Facebook.
And?
People love mean cats nowadays. Have you never heard of Grumpy Cat?
What now?
We'll talk about this later. I think right now we should show a short film right after this commercial break.
Well, we're back and Mrs. O'Brien's still here.
This doesn't look like it's going to resolve itself anytime soon, so let's take a look at viewer mail. Carly from East Aurora gave us our first piece of fan art. Look at this. Isn't that great? Can you get a close-up on that vamp guy? Oh, I'm so flattered.
That is a really good likeness, CJ.
Thank you for the awesome piece of artwork, Carly. If you want to write to us or send us anything, why don't you drop us a line at studiokeiju@gmail.com. Who knows? We may even read your mail on the air.
Are you two finished? I would like to know what you are going to do to make this right with my poor little Mittens.
Well, would it make you feel any better if we had a party for him here at the mansion?
I suppose so. But we'll need some cake and some presents and we're having a party for Mittens and you're all invited!
Yay!
Well, looks like we're painted into a corner.
No, we aren't.
Portal open!
Portal open? Open!
Open? Oh, forget it.
Bienvenido a la Chelsea Show.